Hey everybody, welcome back. Dave here with Nice Bricks. Last video I gave you the 10 LEGO Star Wars sets you should be finding before they retire at the end of this year. So in this video, I want to do the opposite. I'm going to give you 5 sets of the 30 that are retiring that you can avoid before they retire at the end of the year. As I looked at some of these sets and made some decisions, here's what I thought. Oh my god, I can't believe that set! Oh, LEGO did it again. They didn't get it right. What is that? You might feel the same, you might feel differently. Let's not waste any more time. Let's check out the 5 sets you should be avoiding. And I'm going to throw a couple bonuses in there. Let's jump in. Number 5 on the list is the Endor Speeder Chase diorama, an $80 set with 600 pieces. You're basically getting a diorama with trees and foliage around it. You do get 3 good minifigures that LEGO offered here. You get Endor, Luke, and Leia, and a Scout Trooper. Those are fantastic, not for $80. Oh, I'll throw in there you get speeder bikes also. But pretty much you could probably make these trees and this diorama at home, except for the minifigures. But they're not worth $80 to me. You can find it on sale. This is just not a diorama that I'm into, and you guys know I'm a fan of dioramas. Just not this one. It doesn't offer me anything that would make me want to go out and grab it. Now, I did buy one. I'll be honest with you about it. It was at the LEGO store, and they had it in the corner of all their broken boxes that they sometimes sell. And I got a really good discount on it and some extra insider points. I did buy it, but because of the insider points and the really good more than 20% sale price that I got. So if you're in a situation like that, sure, get it. I did. I won't knock you for it. But if you're just looking to spend regular price, retail price, this is not an $80 set. Not for 600 pieces. I'd expect more from LEGO. Number 4 is the Millennium Falcon from Rise of Skywalker. Not a fan. Now, this one has been on the shelves since 2019. So you've had what will be the end of this year, about 4 years to get this one, if not longer. Yeah, it'll be longer. There you go. Longer to get it. So if you don't have it already, you're probably not going to get it. $169 for 1,353 pieces. That's just not what I'm looking to pay. And I'm really starting to feel like the Falcon is becoming like the X-Wing or the TIE Fighter, in that every couple of years they just find a reason to produce another one. Whether it's an improvement or not, they produce another one. The only saving grace, in my opinion, from this entire set is the Lando minifigure. I've already seen it at good prices elsewhere, but to me that's a collector. I don't want Finn. I don't want another Chewie. I have enough R2 and C-3PO. So Lando for me is the minifigure you're going after. But again, I'm not going to buy an entire set at this price point to get a minifigure because that's not critically important to me. And this build, as I looked through it and I saw reviews on it, it's not even impressive compared to other Falcons. So it feels like a repeat of what we've seen previously. It's expensive. It's been on the shelves for what will be over 4 years. Just doesn't interest me, and that's why it's number 4. Number 3 is the Spider Tank. And this is one of those sets when I said, like, oh, LEGO, what are you doing? This could have been so good if they added the creature that manned the Spider Tank. If they gave you that creature as some form of minifigure, because that was probably the coolest part of that entire scene in the Mando show. Included are Bo, Mando, and Grogu. Cool, I'll take them. Already have them, but I'll take them. The Spider Tank itself, it looks like a cool build. The price is right at $50 for 526 pieces, but man, LEGO really missed out by not including the creature as a minifigure. If they had done that, I'd be buying the set all day long. Because they didn't, I'm really not interested. That's why it makes number 3. The only grace here, the only positive, shelf life. When this is retired, it will be on shelves for about 18 months. That's a relatively short shelf life. And you compare it to the Falcon, that's 4+ years. This one's going to have an 18-month shelf life. That's the only positive in the sense of timing or considerations that you would have. Unless you really love Mando and need every Mando and Bo minifigure there is. It's number 3. Number 2, Yavin 4 Rebel Base. In my opinion, LEGO probably could have taken this and made it into a UCS set and really given fans Yavin 4. I know I said Yavin a minute. Yavin 4. You're paying $170, much like you were for the Falcon, but only for 1,066 pieces. you're paying for the minifigures. I think we all know that. Now, there are some cool minifigures with this one. New Hope Award Celebration, Han, Luke, and Leia. A couple droids, of course. You get a Y-Wing. You do get a couple features in the back of Yavin 4 that make it a little bit more playable, but to me this just looks like a beige-brown pyramid. There's nothing unique about this build that calls to me that says, hey, you should spend your money and buy this set. So this is not one I'm interested in. I really think LEGO could take this and think further down the road, and this could be a UCS set where they give you a full-on Rebel base. It would offer creative freedoms there. You can add more minifigures that I think we would all like to get in a set like this. But the way Yavin 4 is built today, I'm just really not interested in. I think this one's a fail for the price and what you get out of it. Number one of those, what is this? The Pirate Snub Fighter from The Mandalorian. Absolutely no interest whatsoever in this set. It's a basic run-of-the-mill fighter. It is from The Mandalorian. You get 2 minifigures I have no concern with. For $34 for 285 pieces, I'd expect to pay a little bit less than $34.99 for this set. And there's just nothing of interest here. Even tough for me to want to look at is I'm not impressed with the way the ship looks. I get it, the connection to Mando and the show, and we want to bring things in from the Mandalorian universe because we're now going to be putting Mando on the big screen in time. I get that. This was just not good. The Pirate Tank's better than this. That's why it's a little too higher on the list. But the Pirate Snub Fighter, there's nothing impressive about it to me. Albeit the cheapest set on my list, the least expensive set here. Nothing that really called to me. The minifigures, again, I'm just not interested in it. $34.99 for 285 pieces. Big disappointment. Let's hit those bonus sets. I might catch some hate for this, so comment below if you disagree. Chewbacca is a set you should avoid. LEGO, again with the bust, did not do their best. And I think when we saw this, I know I was just really disappointed. This looks nothing like Chewie except for the ammo belt and the crossbow. Doesn't even look like the minifigure that comes with it. Now the price is right, $200 for 2,300 pieces, but if I'm going to pay $200 for a set, I got to really want it because that's a lot of money. This did not hit the mark for me. The facial expression on Chewie does not look like him. The coloration of his fur doesn't look like him. I want to get R2 at home and build him coming out in a few days to see, okay, did they get a robot right? Did they get a droid right? Compared to Chewie, I want to see, did they get R2 right? I think they failed with Chewie. I'm not going to spend $200 to get this set. Now, it will have a short shelf life. So if you do want it, hunt it down, find it. I think it's a LEGO store exclusive maybe, and online. I haven't seen it at any retailers personally. I could be off there, but again, I'm not really hunting for Chewie. And I'm so disappointed because he's my second favorite Star Wars character. I know, my first is Greedo. Let me have it. Comment below whether you agree or disagree, but let me make my point. He's the only bounty hunter that we saw going back to A New Hope to confront Han one-on-one. I mean, Chewie was there, but he came right up to Han and said, yo, I got you. You're coming with me. Jabba wants his money. And I'm going to get my money from Jabba. The only one. Now, Han shot first. We all know that. We all know the outcome of Greedo. But he was the only one that went up to Han one-on-one. Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back needed Vader to put him in carbonite to get his reward. So I'm not giving Boba Fett his props there. Greedo's my guy. They did mess up this Chewie figure, though. They could have done the buildable Chewbacca better. And my second bonus is Luke's Land Speeder. So I'm going to bring UCS into the conversation. There was a comment in my last video about why didn't I include Mos Eisley as a 10 you should be finding before they retire. And candidly, they're just expensive. It's really tough for me to say, yeah, go spend your money on a set that's more than a few $100s. Mos Eisley is beautiful. It is, everything about it is right. One of the best sets I've seen. We have it. It's one of the best sets we've put together. Luke's Land Speeder did not do that for me. So $240 for 1,890 pieces. It's a good value. It's a good price. I think for a UCS set, they could have given you more and reduced the price a little bit. More minifigures, right? So we know C-3PO and Luke were the only two that were in the Land Speeder. R2 and Obi-Wan were as well. Throw them in there. Why not, for the price, give us 4 minifigures? That would be much more appreciated and much better. And as I see this one on shelves, and I don't see people talking positively about it, so when I see it on shelves, I'm quick to pass it. This does not come off like the AT-AT. This does not come off like Mos Eisley. This does not come off like the Razor Crest, which is expensive as well. So happy to pass on this one. It's a good callback to A New Hope, but happy to pass on Luke's Land Speeder. It just didn't give me any excitement when I saw it, and I thought about paying $240 for it. So it's one I'm avoiding. All right, there it is. My 5+2 LEGO Star Wars sets you should avoid before they retire. Let me know your thoughts. What are you avoiding? What are you buying off this list? What would you add to this list? Let me know in the comments below. You guys know I love to comment back. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.